Hi there, I'm John from CNCROI.com, and today we'll make a Montana shaped wall plaque. It's definitely not the first time that I made a wall plaque in the shape of a state. Here's the state of California, as you can see, and today of course is the state of Montana. Now for this project here I used pine 3/4 inch or 18 millimeters. It's got a nice thickness to it. It's relatively inexpensive. It's easy to work with, and with our laser we cut through it and engrave it absolutely no problem at all. If you want something a little bit bigger, we also make the entire world. That one there was done out of, I believe that was pine. Whenever you get skids or pallets, it's kind of hard to make sure what kind of wood it is. Sometimes it feels like one but it's another one, but I'm guessing that's probably pine. So if you want the world, or you want state, you want provinces, you want territories, you want specific countries, you know, any shape, any size, CNCROI.com can make it for you into basically any shape. So if you want coasters in the shape of Montana, not a problem. We can even make them out of acrylic or anything else. So the first step in making a plaque like this is actually to mask the surface. So that's what we're going to do right now. You might be wondering why the surface was masked. The reason is it just makes for a far more efficient production process, especially when you have a lot of volume to deal with. So either you mask it at the beginning, and then after the laser engraving is done, then you remove the mask and do a light sanding, or you don't do any masking at all, do the laser engraving and cutting, and then you do a hell of a lot of sanding. So I prefer to do a little sanding instead of a hell of a lot. Now, because of the precision of our Austrian CNC laser, the one that's behind me right here, we are able to engrave them like this, and any other shape. In this case here, we wanted the grain to be going vertically instead of horizontally, so that was one of the limiting factors involved with this. So it fit perfectly on the board. I just couldn't have made it any better. Once the masking, the laser engraving, and laser cutting, and then sanding is finished, you end up with a really nice surface to it. As you can see here, everything's nice and sharp. And it's got a good depth to it. What I like doing is going just a little bit deep, not too deep, because when you put this on a wall, you actually end up having shadows, and shadows help accentuate the depth. So you don't really need to add a lot of extra work laser-wise, which adds production costs. And you also don't need really to paint fill it because you see it very clearly just with the laser engraving as done on this here. So any distance, this distance you can see that it's engraved. This distance you could clearly read it out. Another thing, if you notice during the production, is that there's very little wastage. I like to make things very environmentally friendly. I do have a fire pit that I put a lot of stuff into it, but if I could avoid having too much to throw in the fire pit, I'm very happy. A lot of these demonstrations that I make here are also done using scrap material that's left over. So it's just a very efficient shop. You know, if I need X amount of material, I buy X and a little bit more. It's more cost effective, obviously. And then after that, I do the production, and I always end up with a little bit of scrap, and that's what I do these demonstrations with. So if you're looking for a custom wall plaque, any material, any shape, any size, any thickness, any spec that you have, this could have been done out of 316 stainless steel, 1 inch thick, as easily as it is done in 3/4 inch pine. Contact me at CNCROI.com and we'll make some awesome plaques for you.